So for this week, I have moved back downstairs, and today I'm going to be starting in the kitchen. As you can see here, this is the kitchen area. On that wall right there, kind of in the middle, that's where I found that one little window. So hopefully I'll be uncovering this side of it today. And on the other side of the wall here is where that one little closet was. And there's the room that I already worked in. That was probably a week or two ago now, I don't remember. There's the little sink. And yeah, so let's get started. I now have this half of this wall done. I haven't gotten to that side yet. And for now I'm just going to leave these furring strips as is because this used to be an exterior wall in here. So the furring strips continue up through the floor and into the second story of the house. So they're kind of hard to get out at the time being. So they're going to stay there for now. So the next step is to take the boards off from this side of the wall. And before I can do that, I got to take the sink out. And I think this is just hooked on some little brackets, so it should come off pretty easy. But we'll find out here in a minute. Okay, so that was easy enough. Came off very smoothly, so now I can get to taking the boards off from the wall. I now have the entire wall done on this side, and now I'm going to start working on the exterior side of this wall right in here. And so that is behind all this junk, and all this stuff were things that were in the house already. So I'm going to move those into a different room that I'm completely done with so that I can start working on that wall right there. Junk is out and we're ready to rock and roll. We're starting to take the plaster off from the walls and see what condition the logs are behind it. Okay guys, this is pretty exciting. I now have all of the log walls except for in the little staircase over there that I can't really get to. I have all the log walls exposed on the inside of the house. The outside of the house still has to be done, but that won't be until probably this summer. But as you can see, over in that room is the kitchen, and I was working on that yesterday. Then I started in here a little bit yesterday. And you can see there's kind of that one edge of the smaller log structure, and the walls there. This is the timber framed area, the hand-hewn logs, hand-hewn beams for that. And this is the larger log area that I started on. And then the other side of the timber framed in area. Little supporting joist down there. And yeah, so this room is done except for the ceiling. And I do not like doing the ceilings, but it's got to be done. So that's going to be the next thing that I do. And to say that I don't like it is an understatement, but you just got to do it. For the first few feet at least, everything's right above your head. And whether you got plaster or paint or whatever, it's all coming down on top of you. There isn't a whole lot you can do about it. But anywho, I'll start on this and hopefully we'll get the ceiling done today. In that last clip, it was Tuesday evening, and after that I was around for another probably 2 or 3 hours, and during that time I worked on the ceiling in the room here. By the time I finished, it was completely dark out. I was working by my headlamp, but I did get it completed. So here's a quick video showing that, which means today I have to clean up all this stuff. Now when I'm working on the ceiling, it's really hard to separate the lath and the plaster as you're going along because you're standing on a stool and you're working above your head, and it's hard to separate that out as you're going along. So I just let it all drop onto the floor, which means I have a big mess to clean up in here today. So this room is now done. I've taken one load of buckets of plaster to the dump now. I've got a few more here on the floor. It's not quite a full load, so I'll take those at a later date. But as you can see, the floor is pretty well cleaned up. There's a little around the edges that I'm not going to worry about. But now I'm going to move into the kitchen area here. And I think I'm going to take the boards off from the ceiling now, see what's underneath there. Well, it looks a lot different over here now. As you can see, the wall between the kitchen and the room here where I just took the plaster off the ceiling is now gone. It looks a whole lot bigger in here. So that's off. The boards are now all off the ceiling. And I got a few of them off from this wall over here. So all I have left in the kitchen here is the wall directly opposite me and about half of that wall right over there. So that will be for next week. I'll start in there and I'll see you in the next video.